Okay. Let's talk about a family unit and how um, it's bad for sons to leave their mothers too early, and daughters not having fathers in their life. So, a good, healthy family has a huge influence on how the children grow up. It really um, fortifies their mental stability and how they treat the other gender, treat other people, and their behavior overall. So, for a son that grows up either without a father or a mother, will be missing something in their psyche, which they will need to compensate, or maybe an uncle, a grandpa, or these people in a family unit, like distant family, can sort of fill the hole, right? But when we live in the manner that we live in today, which is everyone for themselves, and even the family is not for the whole family. It's like everyone for themselves, but only themselves nowadays. And that's not the way to grow. That's not the way to thrive in this world. Have you ever noticed how things are much easier and better and more fun when you got other people supporting you, being with you, and doing the things with you? And that's what we don't do enough nowadays. For example, creating a family. Why do we have to abandon our parents, our family, our siblings at the age of 18 to go out in this cruel, cold world to get messed up? To get messed up. Barely even being able to survive, right? Oh, you'll mature this way, you'll become an adult. Who says you cannot become an adult with the support of your family? Right? It's just about the approach. Um, you know, they can still be standing behind you while you are working on being an adult or becoming an adult. But no, it's like, it's messed up, man. And for women, um, when they, whenever I see a woman that grew up with a bad father or no father in her life, she is so damaged and like has an unhealthy thinking pattern about men, right? So for women, it's very important for the environment she grows up in to be healthy, because that's what she learns from her environment. Especially in the earlier days of her life, usually women tend to grow up in the fashion of her environment, of their environment. Men grow up by what they do. Okay, that's how they become forged, by their actions, by what they are allowed to do, by what they are forced to do, by life, by people, whatever. To go out there in the world all by yourself at the age of 18, just packing things and going out, finding a job, getting rent. It's scary, it's not ideal, it's wrong. especially nowadays when the prices are through the roof and your purchasing power from your wage job doesn't cover, like, barely, if even, covers the cost of living for a person. And all of us need support at certain moments, right? We all have our low moments, and when we have our parents or siblings, just family in general, being there for us at our low, that's the most beautiful thing. That's what gets people closer together. These hard times, right? When you have a bad time and a person is there for you, you will know to appreciate them more. And that's how love is sort of being kept alive, or like, being allowed to grow through appreciation and just being nice to each other. But if you go out there and you don't allow other people to help you in your lowest, and you have to deal with your lowest yourself, then you're gonna struggle for no reason. You don't have to struggle that bad yourself. If you have a supporting family, but they are too far away now, you are all by yourself, struggling with this unjust system. And I think people should still live close to their parents and not leave them before they establish or are ready to create a new home, right, with their partner, create a new family. And even then, a multi-generational household is much healthier and better, at least in the early stages, right? When you have a baby, only the two parents taking care of this baby is, you know how stressful it can be when it randomly cries in the middle of the night. It's good to have other people helping you with that baby. So your parents or your siblings or I don't know, grandparents, right? They would be more than glad taking care of their grandchild when you can't, when you need a rest. Overall, appreciating each other and loving each other in a family, that's a lost art that truly empowers you. But people don't realize because they don't even know how good it can be. So they don't know what they are missing. And for women, when she is growing up and doesn't have a man yet, it's her family that takes care of her, sort of protects her from potential dangers, or like it's the family's duty, usually the father and the brothers, to make sure she doesn't get in trouble, because women they are slaves of their feelings, so they can get in trouble very easily, being deceived by disingenuous men. So yeah, she should always be protected, like when she's growing up. And then when a potential man approaches, he should be vetted by the family, right? The father, the mother, the brothers, sisters, not sisters. They would, vet this guy if he truly loves her, if he truly cares about her, if he is a good husband for her. You gotta make sure that this guy will take care of the daughter, because you love your daughter. You don't want her to settle for less or like be miserable her life, to be suffering an alcoholic, a domestic violent person, a irresponsible bum. So yeah, always having your family close to support you is really something people in the Western world were brainwashed to stop valuing. There's a lot of propaganda going on, multi generational, through decades. They are just pumping small and small ways to influence your lifestyle, and it became the thing it is today. Not very healthy. Why are people depressed? Why are people miserable? Why are relationships not working out? It's because people are doing it wrong. Sure, it works out for some, but those are outliers. For a single man to not have his mother to confide in when things are rough, sometimes you just need a person to listen to you or care about you. I don't know, I never was a parent, but I think parents do care about their children, or should, at the very least. And I am a son, and I know that children, or at least I had this innate love for my parents, more than they deserved at that time. And it's unfortunate they didn't treat me right. They didn't appreciate me. But I think they are slowly realizing they're wrong. Yeah, but at that time, or now even, I paid the price for my for something I was born with. It's like harsh, but we have to deal with things. If your family is like good people, appreciate them, because when something bad happens to you, nobody, trust me, nobody in this world will care about you except for your family or like close friends, but those are very, very rare, and even them, they have their own stuff to take care of. So they'll they'll help you, they care about you to an extent, but no one will be there for you more than your family. If they are solid people, as they should, or most people should be. So yeah, that's my tiny bit about your family. Thanks for listening.